Hello, football fans, and welcome to Aces Field on this Friday night as we are back home here in Hicksville and getting ready for week number 3 varsity football action, the last week of non-conference action for the GMC teams of this high school football season. The Edon Bombers have made the trip from Williams County, and they are going to be the guests tonight as the Aces look to up their record. They're 1-1 coming into the game. They're looking to put another one in the victory column here tonight and go up 2 wins and 1 losses to head into the GMC season starting next week. Hi everybody, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, here with you up in the press box along with Chris Warner, who's operating the camera and overseeing the live stream this evening. We're getting ready for the Aces to take the field as we will get ready to get this varsity football game underway here tonight. A beautiful night for football, not a cloud in the sky, and very mild, not too hot, not too humid, not too windy, not too rainy. It's just perfect conditions for action on the gridiron this evening. Well, as we get ready to get things started, we'll take some time here as we want to recognize our 4 diamond-level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible from here at Aces Field this evening. They include the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks also to our good friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com. As the Edon Bombers take the field. And here come the Aces. Also a big thank you to our friends at the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. And, of course, our good friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, a world-class facility located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. They're also online at www.arcsolinc.com. So thanks to all of them. As diamond-level underwriting supporters, they underwrite all of our Aces Sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. And in the fall, that means a lot of volleyball, football, and that's from the junior high all the way up through the varsity level. I want to thank them so very much. Hope you will too. Remember, anytime you see Aces Sports action here on Hicksville Community Television, they're the ones that help make it possible, our diamond-level underwriting supporters here on HIX-TV. Well, we're capping off what has been a busy week. First week of school for the Aces. They got things started with a welcome assembly on Monday morning. And we had junior high volleyball Monday afternoon. We had varsity and junior varsity volleyball on Tuesday afternoon. Did a live update on Wednesday. More high school volleyball on Thursday. Christopher did the sorting ceremony this morning at the school, and here we are on Friday night getting ready for football action as the Aces are dropping back to receive the opening kickoff. Brant Langham is going to be the deep man for the Aces here tonight. The Bombers took a loss to the let's see, they've lost their last, I think they're 0-2. I know they lost to Antwerp in week number 2.
I thought they were 1-1.
They might be. We'll let Christopher, when he gets a chance, he can work his internet magic and let us know. But I do know that Antwerp beat them last week. It was like 52-24, something like that.
Yes, Edon is a 1-1.
Same as the Aces.
Yeah, they lost Antwerp, but they beat Edgerton 28-26.
All right, so close game with Edgerton, and then they got waylaid by the Archers. The Archers, of course, the Aces opponent coming up next week in week number 4. Here we go. Kick is up, and it'll come down, bounce, and Langham will scoop it up at about the 25-yard line. Langham still on his feet. He'll get out near the 34, and that's where they'll bring him down. They might even give him forward progress to the 35. So the Aces a nice return out to their own 35-yard line to get things started here in quarter number 1. I grabbed the wrong roster sheet. I'd have been calling all kinds of weird names and numbers. Our listeners would have been like, what the heck? Pitch back from Turnbull. And not much there. That's going to be a big loss for the Aces back to about the 29-yard line. Well, we're going to say the 30 on forward progress. Loss of 5. So Turnbull's pitch out goes nowhere. So it looks like Edon's been watching the tapes to figure out how to deal with this quick hitter pitch and run that the Aces are using. A short pass and run. 11:21 to go. Clock stops, and now they'll start it up again. Here we go. Garrett Turnbull drops back, works out of the shotgun as always. Quick man in motion. Hand off, and they're waiting for him right there at the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose another couple yards. Zedike was the carrier, and Cross was able to go nowhere. They dropped him for another 2-yard loss to ring up third and about 17 now. Aces need to get the ball to the 45-yard line to move the chains, and right now resting again at the 28.
George Green coming in for the Aces. So big George Green as the Aces are facing a 3rd and 17 here.
Fake to Green, pitch over the middle to Langham powering forward. He'll get some positive yardage. Brandt gets it out across the 35 to about the 36. Well short of first down yardage for the Aces, and it looks like the punting unit will come onto the field. Langham will drop back to punt as they're still too far into their end of the field to risk it on a 4th and very long, 4th and 9 coming up. Langham gets his foot into it, comes down at the 40-yard line and takes a sort of a lateral bounce. The Aces will down it at about the 39, it looks like. And we'll get our first look. Are we going to put it right at the 40-yard line? We'll get our first look at the Bombers offense. Bob Olin, the head coach of the Edon Bombers. They play out of the Toledo Area Athletic Conference. Their quarterback also going to work out of the shotgun. I think that's Corbin Chrisman, up number 10. I'm sorry, that's Kyler Sapp. Sapp's pass caught out to the 49-yard line of the Aces, and that should be enough for a first down. And it is. Sapp, a 6-foot junior, clocking in at 188 pounds for the Bombers. Their first play from scrimmage clocks them 11 yards. Sapp will work out of the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield with him. Pass over the middle, and it's dropped. Intended receiver number 2, Colton Willis. So
Nothing doing on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stop the clock with 9:21 to go in the first quarter.
Second and 10 for the Bombers.
Second and 10. Kyler Sapp in the backfield all alone. Quick hitter, caught, and still on his feet. First down yardage and more. They finally knock him out of bounds. We'll see where they're going to mark it officially. It looks to be about the 42-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains again. Again, nobody in the backfield with Sapp. Puts a man in motion. High snap. Catches made by number 8, Cohen Holbert. Holbert down inside the 30. So Cohen Holbert makes the grab, goes in motion, catches and runs, takes it down to about the 27-yard line of the Aces. And another first down for the Bombers, who came ready to play here tonight. They're not wasting any time, moving it right down the field. Sapp. 3 wide out on the far side, 2 on the near side. A quick throw, caught. That was the grab made by Kendall Briggle, number 3, and Briggle brought down just short of the 20-yard line. That'll move the Bombers to just on the edge of the red zone here. 2nd down. And about 4. Officially going to say 2nd and 3. Sapp under pressure. Sapp running, puts the ball in the air. Over the head of the intended receiver, number 4, Briggs Gallagher. And incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Bombers. Waiting for the signal from the sideline. Clock stopped at 8:17 with the incomplete pass. Sapp, again, 3 out on the far side, 2 on the near side towards us. Snap. Puts the ball in the air, caught. And brought down, but that should be enough to move the chains. So Sapp will get ready for another pitch back. Takes the snap. Sapp in trouble. Manages to escape from some defenders. Sapp still on his feet heading to the end zone. And touchdown Edon. Bombers score first with 7:45 to go here in quarter number 1 to take an early 6-0 lead over the Aces. Get ready for the extra point attempt. Kick is up and good. So with that, the Aces will go up 7-0 here tonight. Excuse me, the Bombers will go up 7-0 with 7:45 to go. We've been told we're having some audio issues, so we're trying to figure out just what is going on with that.
The Aces will get ready to receive the kick. Deep man for the Aces with this. Deep man for the Aces, that's going to be number 8, Brant Langham. Brant Langham still on his feet. Still on his feet. He's at the 35. Brant Langham getting taken down about the 50-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
And I'm back with you too, making some adjustments to see if we can correct some of our sound issues.
The flag was thrown at about the 15-yard line. I cannot hear myself. Alrighty.
All right. So half the distance to the goal for the Aces. As they'll reset and get ready to go here. It'll be 1st and 10 for Hicksville. Quick handoff.
For the Aces, got down by number 57, Baker. That's a 2nd and 12.
So 2nd and 12 for the Aces here. That's the clock rolling with about 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Turnbull drops the ball. I think the Aces get it back.
Alrighty here.
So we're trying to solve some of our audio problems. I can hear Christopher. I don't know if he can hear me or not. Aces again backed up. The 2nd and 12, the ball on the 2-yard line. I mean 3rd and 12 now, excuse me. As after the turnover, the Bombers getting ready to see if they can punch it in. And that'll go in for the touchdown and put Edon up by a score of 13-0. Extra point pending. Kick is up, and that one's good, so that'll put them up 14-0. So the Aces find themselves down 14-0. As they're trying to figure out what the bugaboo is with our sound here tonight. And we'll see if that works a little bit better. So we'll be 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line for Hicksville. As we'll switch to an alternate microphone and see if that works any better. Incomplete over the middle. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Aces with 5:47 to go here in the first quarter. Heading out across Sea with the play from the sideline. And we'll get set here for this 2nd down play. Pass up, caught, and incomplete. Couldn't hand on it enough. Pass was to, I think Langham was the one that made the grab. He tried to turn to move it upfield and was not able to hang on to it. And we'll get ready for a 3rd down play here from the Aces. Yes. We'll have to head back to the shop, and Christopher will have to take a look at the OBS software and figure out I couldn't turn the microphones down. They're red hot tonight. He thinks it's the sound box, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll have to do some adjustments. That one's a tackle for a loss. That'll bring up a long 4th down as the Aces lose the yardage all the way back to the 25-yard line, and they're going to have to punt it away again, down 14-0. So now that we've got our alternative microphone working here, I can stop having to do the troubleshooting and focus on the game for the here on out. So. Bad punt. It'll roll across the 50-yard line and trickle out of bounds at about the 49. So Edon will get the ball back in prime field position, just under 5 minutes to work with. And they'll have 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Already up 14-0 as the first quarter of this game not going at all the way the Aces had hoped to. They were looking to put another one in the win column here tonight. Edon up to the line. Kyler Sapp working out of the shotgun, puts a man in motion. Number 7, Eli Dickman. Long snap. Sapp handles it, puts it in the air. Dickman wide open on the far side of the field and just short. Just short. That would have been trouble if he'd have grabbed it and hauled it in. But it hits the turf, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 and stop the clock with 4:51 to go in our opening quarter. And that one incomplete downfield. And that'll bring up third down. That ball still sitting at the Bombers 30, or make that 49-yard line. Play comes in. Sapp. Again, nobody in the backfield with Kyler Sapp. He's got 3 wide receivers on the near side towards us, 2 on the far side. He drops back, looks over the field. He's going to hang on to it himself. Sapp takes off. Sapp gets the first down and steps out of bounds just across the 40-yard line. Sapp knew exactly how far he needed to go. The opening was there, and he took off. Gets across the 40, steps out of bounds at the 39, and gets the Bombers a fresh set of downs here at Aces Field. Steps out of bounds and stops the clock with 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Sapp again puts the ball in the air. That through the hands of the number 2, Colton Willis, and incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Edon. Bombers reset, 2nd and 10. Sapp gets the snap. Puts the ball in the air. Again, through the hands of his receiver. This time, Kendall Briggle had it go right between his paws and incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. So the Aces have lucked out a couple times here with dropped passes. If you are in the Hicksville area, and if you're a Hicksville student, students have free admission to the game here tonight. So if you do want to come on out and join us for the fun, you're welcome to join us. Free admission again for Hicksville students tonight. Long pass, and that's caught. That'll be trouble. Over on the far side, Max Radaball hauls it in for a fresh set of downs, and into the red zone they go. That'll be down near the 10-yard line. They're going to put it right at the 10, where it'll be 1st and goal for the Bombers. Bless you, Chris. So 1st and 10, or 1st and goal rather, from the 10. Sapp drops back, puts the ball in the air, caught, heading for the end zone, touchdown. Max Radabaugh takes it into the end zone, and that'll put the Bombers up now 20-0, and still over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. At this rate, the Aces look like they may be dealing with the running clock after halftime. I want to remind you, too, at halftime, Edon Bombers Band is here along with the Aces Pride Marching Band. Halftime shows will be coming up. We'll have them for you here on the live stream. PAT attempt for the Bombers. They get the personnel out on the field. Ball is snapped. Kick is up. And it goes wide to the right. So, oh, did they give it to him? I thought it was wide right. I thought they were saying no. The other official said yes. Okay. So, nope, they took it back off. That's what I thought. So they missed the point after. And the score remains 20-0 Edon. 4:12 to go here in quarter number 1. Bill Murphy, Chris Warner, glad to have you here with us tonight for week number 3 of the high school football campaign. The Bombers in town to take on the homestanding Aces. As Chris and I are wrapping up a long week of sports broadcasting here on Hicksville Community Television. Hope you're able to catch some of the volleyball action we had earlier in the week. So we'll get ready for the kickoff, and the Aces back on offense and see if they can finally get something going here offensively tonight. So the Aces come out onto the field, and the Bombers will tee it up, and we'll get ready to get back into action here in the first quarter. Max Gonzalez Ariza, the kicker, caught at about the 27-yard line. Langham working his way through traffic, a stiff arm, eludes one, but not. Then they swarm him under, and he's going to maybe get out to the 39-40-yard line. We'll see where they mark him. One official's on the 40, one is standing on the 39, so we'll see what they come up with for the starting position for the Aces on this offensive drive. Looked to me like he got out to about the 39 before they brought him down. And that is where, indeed, they're going to place the football. First and 10 Aces on their own 39 with 4:04 to go in our opening quarter. Hicksville down 20-0. Garrett Turnbull puts a man in motion. Turnbull gets a snap, throws out, hits Langham on the run. Langham across the 40. Langham heading out towards the 45. He'll get it to about the 44. Pickup of about 5 on the play. Well, they're going to give him 4 yards to the 43-yard line. So 2nd and 6 coming up for the Aces. Hicksville breaks huddle, comes up to the line. Clock running, 3:25 and counting. Turnbull. Seedyke, the lone back behind him. Turnbull drops back, puts the ball in the air, airing it out for Langham. And broken up at the last minute, a good defensive play by Christian Owens from Edon. Langham couldn't quite get his hands on the ball and get it under control. So that'll be incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6. And stop the clock with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Turnbull. Quick pitch back to Green. Green turns the corner. Flag flies in the backfield. Green gets out to the 45-yard line, but we'll see what the yellow flag is all about. That'll be a pickup of about 2 if it stands. And that's going to be a face mask against the Aces. A personal foul face mask, so that's the 15-yard variety. And that's going to back Hicksville way up. It'll still be 3rd down. Now they're going to put the football back at the 27-yard line, or 28-yard line, excuse me. So 27-yard line, make it 3rd and 22. So Turnbull's going to probably have to put his arm into this one. Gets the snap, drops back. Turnbull looking down the field. Launches it. He's got a man open and almost intercepted. The ball falls to the turf. That's going to bring up 4th and long, and the punting team will come out for the Aces. As good defense by the Bombers once again breaks up that long pass and brings up a 4th and very long for the Aces. 2:35 to go, and Hicksville's Brant Langham dropping back to do the punting chores. Deep man for the Bombers back at their own 45-yard line. It's a low liner, and they're just going to let it roll dead, and the Aces will down it at the 40. And that's where Edon will take over. 1st and 10 Bombers at their own 40-yard line when play resumes here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Glad to have you with us. We'll be taking a break here at the quarter to thank one of our Diamond Level underwriters for helping us bring you coverage here tonight. As this is the last of the non-conference action for this year. Starting next week with week number 4, it'll be the GMC from here on out. Sapp puts the ball in the air, caught. Willis makes the grab, Colton Willis, but he doesn't get much afterwards, maybe a couple yards. They're going to give him a couple yards. It'll be 2nd and about 8 coming up for the Bombers. Well, they'll say 2nd and 9 from the field microphone, so we'll go with that. Man in motion for Sapp. Again, a pitch out. Nice catch. And forward progress out to about the, looks like about the 47-yard line. That was Radabaugh, number 6, with the grab. That'll keep the clock rolling, 90 seconds and counting to go in quarter number 1. So after Radabaugh's catch and run, 3rd and 4 for the Bombers. Kyler Sapp. High snap. Sapp handles it, and just a little bit out of the reach of intended receiver number 8, Cohen Holber. That'll bring up 4th down and 4. With 1:03 left in the quarter. Bombers up 20-0. And it looks like Sapp's going to drop back to punt. Get the proper personnel out onto the field. Langham's the deep man for the Aces, and timeout called by the Edon Bombers. With 1:03 up 20, and the success that they've had with their passing game, they might want to think about it. They've got a 4th and 4 staring them in the face, so we'll see what the determination is, as again the Bombers use their first of 3 timeouts available here in the first half. Well, again, we want to thank you for joining us here at Aces Field. Our 2nd time here for this 2023 football season. A little bit of a technical bugaboo to get things started, but we think we've got things under control from here on out. Chris Warner operating the camera, overseeing the software to bring us the live stream. I'm Bill Murphy calling the action for you tonight. Glad to have you with us. Hope you had a great week. For those of you who are involved with Hicksville Exempted Village Schools, hope you had a good first week of school, and that you're in good shape to head into the long holiday weekend, Labor Day holiday weekend, the official end of the summer of 2023. Hope you got a chance to go out and gaze at the moon last night. I think it's the last super moon, blue moon, that we're going to have until like 2036 or something like that. So here we go. And they're staying in the punt formation. Bombers. Sapp gets his foot into it, a nice punt. And that'll be a fair catch called by Langham, and he'll fall on it about the 17-yard line. That was a high arcing punt, a good-looking punt, and Langham just couldn't quite get his feet set, so he called for the fair catch and just made sure that he came down in front of him and that he kept it under control, which he did. Officials placing the ball at the 17-yard line. So the Aces have been consistently starting their offensive drives deep in their own end of the field so far tonight. 1:01 to go here in the first quarter. Turnbull. Looking things over. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Green, nothing there. About a 2, maybe 3-yard loss. That'll take it back to the 14-yard line, loss of 3. 2nd and 13 coming up. Aces will break huddle. And with 23 seconds and the clock rolling, let's see if they can get one more playoff before this quarter comes to an end. Turnbull looking around, puts the ball in the air, caught and dropped. Zedike got his hands on it, but he couldn't keep it under control. It hits the turf, and that will do it. That's the end of the first quarter. We've played first 12 minutes here tonight, and at the end of one, it's the visiting Edon Bombers leading the Hicksville Aces 20-0, our first quarter score. Well, as we get ready for the quarter break, we'll flip ends of the fields and get ready to get the second quarter underway. We want to say a big thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Hey, remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, looking for something brand new, pre-owned, car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the selection they have on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. Don't see what you're looking for? Let the folks at Jim Schmidt know. They always do their best to find you the vehicle that you are interested in and one that best suits you and your family's transportation needs. It's all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. We want to thank them so very much for their continued diamond-level support of all of our Aces sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. Our good friends at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. All right, I'll have to reposition myself so I can look at the other end of the field. I didn't have to make a lot of movement up here in the press box during that first quarter, as the Aces were pretty well stuck on their end of the field. They've got the ball. It's 3rd and 13 for the Aces back at their own 14-yard line, as the Bombers have pretty much dominated the game so far here this evening. So let's see if the Aces can get it back on track here. Turnbull, ball in the air and almost picked off again. Langham, the intended receiver, and Max Radabaugh right behind him, reaching over. Couldn't quite get the angle to be able to step in front of him to pick that pass off, but he did manage to knock it to the turf to bring up a 4th down and 13 for the Aces, and another punt pending from Brant Langham. Deep man for the Bombers back at about the 40-yard line. Ball's going to come right to him, and he'll back off. It'll take a bit of a Hicksville bounce, and the Aces will down it at the 45. So again, good field position for the Bombers as they'll take over 1st and 10 on the Aces 45-yard line here at Aces Field tonight. Little time there to make sure that the down marker crew had everything set properly. Sapp puts a man in motion. Pitch out, caught. And still on his feet, still working his way downfield. Almost to the 35-yard line, which would almost be enough for a first down. Briggle, number 3, catches the ball and just will not go down and gets his team a first down at the 35-yard line. Bombers put another man in motion, and that one's tipped at the line, and so close, almost an interception for Camden Walter. Walter almost got it, but it touches the turf. So that'll be an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bombers. Aces could have used that break, but Sapp again, all alone in the backfield. Drops back, looks down the field, puts it in the air. And that's grabbed by number 4, Briggs Gallahue. Going to be just shy of moving the chains, but it'll bring up a manageable 3rd down and about 2. So again, the Edon just keeps marching it right down the field. Sapp, quick handoff. One of the few running plays we've seen. And that was number 12, Gage Nestor, who gets them their first down yardage on the carry. Puts the ball down and just inside the 25-yard line for the Bombers. Up 20-0 here. Sapp again with a back in the backfield with him, but he puts it up all alone. That was just too easy. Sapp with an easy toss to Eli Dickman, and 6 more for the Bombers. So they'll now go up 26-0. 9:55 still to go in the half. And we'll see if they're going to try to kick or maybe go for 2. The conversion attempt coming up here, and it looks like it's going to be well, we'll see. Kicking attempt. Louis Leonard, number 24, their kicker. That one's up. That one's good. So it's a 27-0 game now. Bombers in control here at Aces Field with 9:55 to go before halftime. Bill and Chris calling the action for you tonight. We're looking forward to a little bit of a break ourselves. We've got a 3-day weekend. We don't have anything scheduled for Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. I do want to make everybody aware that because of the Labor Day holiday on Monday, the Hicksville Village Council meeting, which is normally on the first Monday of every month, has been moved back one day. The Village Council meeting will now be held on Tuesday, September the 5th. Same time, 6 p.m. at the Council Chamber. And, of course, we'll have live coverage of that for you on Mediacom Channel 12 here on Hicksville Community Television. And it's really kind of a light week last week because we don't have anything on Monday. We've got the Village Council meeting Tuesday, the weekly live update on Wednesday. And then I think we have some junior high volleyball on Thursday. And then football back here against Antwerp on Friday. So the Aces will get ready to get the ball back again. High kick. Caught back at about the 23-yard line. Nice carry. Up to the 45. Cross Zedike. Puts the Aces in pretty good field position to start this offensive drive. So, ball, the nose of the football right on the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Aces. Garrett Turnbull working out of the shotgun. Zedike, the back behind him. Snap. Turnbull dumps it over the middle. It's caught. Nice grab by Langham, and he'll step out of bounds in Bombers territory at the Edon 47-yard line. So this is one of the few times that the Aces have managed to get across midfield here tonight. So let's hope this is an omen of good things to come here. 2nd and 2 for Hicksville on the Bombers' 47-yard line. Turnbull. Gets the snap. Turnbull dropping back to pass. Another quick hitter over the middle. Pass caught by number 33. I don't have 33 on my roster. So I'll have to find out who number 33 is because I don't have him on my roster. See if Christopher can eyeball him. Have to check maybe one of the older rosters. Turnbull, ball in the air. Langham makes the grab, brought down at about the 35-yard line. All right, that was Bronson Graber wearing number 33 tonight. Hopefully I can remember that. Turnbull running out. Flag in the backfield. Ball's up and incomplete. Turnbull running for his life there. And again, the flag is thrown in the Aces backfield. And that's going to be a hold on the Aces. Ouch. So their 2nd and 6 is going to become 2nd and longer than that. We'll see where it's a spot foul, so we'll see where they mark the foul. They're going to move the ball back to the 46-yard line to make it 2nd and about 16. So the Aces trying to work themselves out of a hole here. Turnbull. Turnbull gets the ball in the air, caught. And corralled and brought down at about the 38-yard line. Langham makes the grab and gets back some of the yardage lost. 3rd and 8 now, so Aces need to get to about the 30-yard line to move the chains. They're at the 30, just outside the 38 right now. So 3rd and 8 for Hicksville with 8:16 to go before halftime. Quick pitch back, around the corner. Langham Gets close to the 30-yard line. We'll see if they're going to give it to him. I think they will. Langham with the end-around carry, and he'll move the chains. He picks up the 8 yards they need. First down, Aces. That was a shot in the arm that Hicksville needed. Green will come back out onto the field. Pass along the play to Turnbull. You didn't win the 50-50 tonight, Chris. Sorry. Yeah. All right, Aces break huddle. Turnbull with the snap. Turnbull, ball in the air. Man wide open. Langham makes the grab. Langham inside the 10. That's the way it's supposed to be done. A nice looking offensive play and a good offensive series for the Aces this time around. So they'll get inside the red zone. It'll be 1st and goal for the Aces from the 7-yard line. Great catch and run by Brant Langham. So the Aces 7 yards away from cutting into the deficit. That's a direct snap to Langham, and he's going to get buried at about the 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal from just outside the 5 for the Aces. Turnbull gets the play from the sidelines. He'll head back out to the huddle. Aces need to put some points on the board here. Clock rolling, 6:38 and counting. Again, direct snap, and this time Langham hands it off to Green. Green powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aces. George Green from 6 yards out into the end zone. And the Aces get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Bombers still lead, but not by as much. Aces now 6 points on their side of the scoreboard, and the extra point pending. Stuckey out to attempt the conversion kick. And it's a miss, and they're going to go for 2 and a bad throw, and there's just all kinds of things wrong with that. And the line is that in the end, the conversion attempt fails. Score remains 27-6. 21-point lead for the Edon Bombers, but the Aces get that goose egg off the scoreboard, and they'll get ready to kick it off to Edon coming up here shortly. 6:25 to go in the second quarter. You're watching Aces varsity football action coming to you live from Aces Field here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Bill and Chris calling the action for you. Glad to have you with us here tonight. Free admission again for Aces students tonight. And a good contingent down there in the student section. Been a rough outing so far for Hicksville, but you couldn't tell it by looking at the student section. They're pumped. Nothing like putting one into the end zone to get you enervated. The H's coaching staff will work their way down the field. And they'll tee it up. I think it's the first time the Aces have kicked it off here tonight. Had a few punts, but first kickoff. Stuckey getting ready to handle the kickoff chores. Here we go, 6:25 to go before halftime. Aces down 27-6, they're kicking it off to the Bombers. Stuckey gets his leg into it. Caught at about the 29. Ball being carried by number 7, Eli Dickman. Dickman gets out near the 30. Looks like they're going to bring him down at about the 28-yard line. So the ball at the 28-yard line for the Edon Bombers. And their junior quarterback, Kyler Sapp, works out of the shotgun. Again, he's all alone in the backfield. Sapp caught. Grabbed by Max Radaball. Radaball will get out to about the 33. That'll keep the clock rolling. Sapp another catch. And the Aces miss him. He breaks free, dives ahead across the 45-yard line out to about the 47. That was number 3, Kendall Briggle, out to the 37-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for the Bombers. Sapp, again a pass caught by Radaball. Radaball still on his feet. Radaball to the 30-yard line. All they're going to say is knee touched at the 31. But Radaball makes the grab, and he's off to the races, and another first down for the Bombers. Sapp puts a man in motion, gets the snap, drops back, looking downfield. Sapp rolling out, being chased. They get him by the ankles, and he'll be down at about the 41-yard line. Tried to throw it away at the end of the play there, but he'd already made contact with the ground. So that'll be a tackle for loss for the Aces as they get Sapp for the first time tonight. That'll drop back all the way to the, like I said, just outside the 40-yard line. That's a loss of about 9 yards. 2nd and 19 for the Bombers. 4:23 to go. Clock continuing to roll. So Sapp will reset. He's got 3 wide receivers out and puts one in motion. Number 8, that's Holbert. Holbert gets the catch. Holbert heads upfield. Holbert, first down yardage and maybe a little bit more. We'll see. I think he got it. We'll see where they mark it officially. He might be a little short. We'll see. He's going to be about a yard short, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. Handoff, and that's going to be another tackle for loss. That's going to bring up 4th down for Edon with 3:40 and the clock rolling. I think they probably are in 4-down territory here. Ball at about the 22-yard line. So 4th down and a yard from the 22-yard line. And Edon's going to go for it. And it's going to be a timeout on the field called by the Aces. So the Aces, mindful of that differential in the score, they really do not want to have the Bombers punch another one in and go up by 28 or 29 points, depending on whether they do or don't get a conversion or how much they 1 or 2 point it. So the Aces need to talk about it, see if they can figure out a way to put a stop on here, 4th and 1, deep in their own end of the field. Again, 3:19 to go here. And the Aces trailing the Bombers 27-6 late in this second quarter. We get to halftime, we'll take a bit of a break. We'll have the performances by both the Edon Bombers and the Aces Pride marching bands. Matter of fact, I think I'm doing double duty, announcing both bands tonight. Had a last-minute problem, and the Edon announcer couldn't make it. So I guess I get to fill in for him. I could let you do it.
You honestly could. I wouldn't mind doing the Edon Bombers.
All right. Quarterback keeper. And he dives across the line again, and that'll be a first down for the Bombers. So they needed a yard, and Sapp got him just about 2. That'll keep the clock rolling, too. So here we go, the Bombers back in control. Another 4 downs to work with. Just at the edge of the red zone. Sapp rolling out, escapes, puts the ball in the air, caught. Down the sideline. And out of bounds, short of the end zone, Christian Owens. But that'll be first and goal for the Bombers. And we'll see where they mark it. It looks like it's just about the 5-yard line. So Edon, first and goal from the 5. Kyler Sapp gets the snap. Sapp right over the middle. Oh, knocked out of his hands and incomplete. He thought he had it, but he didn't quite tuck the ball in and secure it. It's knocked out of his hands before he can take that extra step and make that football move. That'll bring up second and goal. Again, Sapp looking things over, gets the snap. Sapp goes the other way this time, and it's too high. That's off the hands of Christian Owens and incomplete. So 3rd and 5 now for the Bombers, as the Ace has done a good job holding him and not letting him get any closer to the end zone so far. Breaking up a couple of passes. Sapp still a couple more cracks at it, though. Sapp, this time rolling out, looking across the end zone, and caught. Six more for the Bombers. Colton Willis makes the grab at the back of the end zone. And that'll put Edon up now 33-6. And we'll wait and see if they're going to kick it. Yep, they are. They make it 34-6. And put the Aces 2 points away from having to deal with a running clock in the second half. Their kicker, number 24, Leonard. Up. And good. 34-6. As the Bombers strike again. And they'll get ready to kick it off to the Aces one more time. Here in this second quarter. 2:22 to go before halftime.
in what has been a long first half here, over an hour. We've been out on the gridiron so far. So they'll get ready to tee it up at the 40-yard line as the Bombers will get ready to kick it off to the Aces one more time here tonight. As the Edon squad has just overpowered the Aces so far here this evening. Hicksville has yet to come up with an answer for their passing game. Ball's up and in the air. Caught back at about the 28-yard line. Langham working his way through traffic. He'll get corralled at about the 38 and brought down. Maybe they'll give him the 39-yard line. But that's where the Aces will set up shop offensively. With 2:14 to go, chance for Hicksville to work on their 2-minute drill here before we break for halftime. So the ball on the 39-yard line. First and 10, Hicksville. Aces huddling up. And here we go. Garrett Turnbull. Hard snap, nobody budges. Gets the snap. Turnbull rolls out. Ball in the air, and that's going to be trouble. It's picked off. Intercepted by number 4, Briggs Gallahue. He'll step out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and just like that, the Aces are going back on defense. Second turnover of the night. Aces gave him away both times. And now the Bombers are back in the driver's seat here. 2 minutes and 7 seconds to work with. They've got to go 58 yards to hit pay dirt. Sapp looking downfield. Sapp rolling out. Sapp just pitches it away. Nothing opening up downfield for Sapp, so he just threw it out of bounds. And it'll bring up second down. Stops the clock with 2 minutes exactly left in this half. Lights are on here at Hicksville Field on a beautiful Friday night for high school football. Glad to have you with us. Wish we had a little more exciting game to be bringing you for the Aces fans. Sapp again dropping back. Sapp launching it, man open, and just overthrows him. That would have been trouble if he'd have been able to haul it in. Owens just out of reach and incomplete. 153, third down. And another chance for the Bombers. They have to get to the Aces' 48-yard line to move the chains. Here we go, minute 53. Sapp over the middle, caught. It's still on his feet. Down at the 39-yard line. That was Kendall Briggle, number 3. And he'll get up a little gimpy. Briggle will sort of hop off the sideline. They'll keep the clock rolling. Get the chains and everything moved. Sapp gets the call from the sidelines. 90 seconds and counting. Sapp dropping back again. Sapp
Man open, caught. Owens cut back. Owens down near the sideline. I don't know if he went out of bounds or not, or if he was down inbounds. We'll see. That'll move the chains. Down to the 15 or the 16-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock rolling, a minute to go. Sapp, again looking over, is going to launch it for the corner. Caught. Was he inbounds? Flag on the play. That'll be a hold against the Bombers. 45 seconds. Pass was incomplete in the far corner of the end zone. They'll be backed up 10 with the hold. Still 45 seconds to work with, though, so the threat is not yet over for Aces fans. That'll move the ball back to the 26-yard line, maybe the 27, about halfway between. Still 1st down. High snap. Sapp throws that one away and stops the clock. 41 seconds. I'll get to reset here. That'll bring up 2nd and 20. So 2nd and 20 for the Bombers. Sapp, ball in the air, caught. Trying to pitch it, he fumbles it, and the Aces will recover. They can breathe a sigh of relief there. He was hoping to be able to pitch it backwards to a teammate to keep the run going, but instead he loses it. And the Aces recover. They get their first turnover of the night. Because if the Bombers had punched it in, they'd have been up by over 30, and it would have been the running clock for the second half, which would have been very difficult for the Aces to overcome. So Hicksville gets the ball back, 1st and 10 on their own 21-yard line with 34 seconds left here before halftime. Ball is up and incomplete. Right in the hands of Langham, but he couldn't hold on to it. He hits the turf. Ball's incomplete. 28 seconds, 2nd and 10 for the Aces. Maybe that or we'll just go right. All right. Ball in the air. Caught. Grabbed by Saunders. Austin will take it out to about the 25, 26-yard line. Well, they're going to give him the 27 on forward progress. And the Aces will take a timeout, stop the clock 21 seconds. That'll be their second timeout of this first half. They'll have one remaining. Not a lot of time to work with, but one good pass is all it takes down the field. One seam opening up, and Hicksville can be pretty much right back in this game. Now when the half ends, we're going to wrap it up really quickly. And then I'm going to move next door to do some announcing. And we'll switch microphones down to the field mic. Bring all the halftime coverage, and after that, I'll get back on this microphone. We'll thank our underwriters and get ready for the second half of action. So hopefully get all our bases covered here. All right. 3rd and 5 for the Aces. 21 seconds to go. And all kinds of movement on the line. Flag is thrown. Going to be a false start. That'll back Hicksville up 5. Ouch. Haven't seen a lot of those on the Aces so far this season. So now it's 3rd and 10 for Hicksville. Turnbull again dropping back in the shotgun. Ball snap. Turnbull looking downfield. Going to air it out, and that'll fall incomplete. Langham just couldn't get to it. And number 4, Briggs Gallahue for Edon, I think decided just to be a good guy and just let it bounce off his hip and hit the floor or the field or the ground, whatever you want to call it. 14 seconds to go, 4th and 10 for the Aces. And they're dropping back to punt. Not surprising. Stuckey, short kick, hits it, goes across the 50, and it'll trickle out of bounds at the 43-yard line of the Bombers with 6 seconds left to go in the half. So I imagine we'll see Edon come out, take a quick knee, and head to the halftime scoreboard, or halftime locker room, up by 28 here tonight. They'll line up, quick snap, and they'll take the knee. Final seconds will tick off, and there you have it. We've reached halftime here at Aces Field, and at the intermission, end of the second quarter. It's the visiting Edon Bombers 34 and the Hicksville Aces 6. We're going to take a bit of a break. Now stick around. We're going to have halftime shows from the Aces Pride Marching Band and also the Edon Bombers Band coming your way. And, of course, Chris and I will be back, and we'll have all the second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV. So with that, I'm going to shut this microphone off. We'll transfer over to the field mics, and we'll get ready to bring you halftime entertainment. Coming up next, you're watching Aces football action coming to you live from Aces Field right here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel.